boom, like it's there, like, oh my god, there's the Kano that we know and love, what a boy. Yo, what's going on guys, it's Lou from Lou's Life and welcome to another video of Character Select, where I actually look into each individual character of the new Mortal Kombat movie that's due to come out in April, and we look into their backstories from both Midway and NetherRealm's version of the game, and I also look into their special moves just to see if we've actually seen those iconic moves just yet, and if we're likely to see them in this upcoming film. I just want to say, like, thank you ever so much to all my subscribers. Like, we're actually nearly at the 100 mark. Like, that's actually a big achievement for me. I actually love it. It's actually putting a massive smile on my face, like just seeing the comments, the interaction from everyone, and all your comments like to say about these videos are like, it hits home. Like, I love it. So thank you ever so much, I really do appreciate it. So in today's video, we're not actually going to look into individual characters, we're actually looking into three. We're looking at Sonya Blade, Kano, and also Jackson Briggs. So you've clicked this video to know my theory on how Kano gets his eye, and I'm going to break this down because I think I'm actually onto something here. But I don't actually think Kano's actually got his eye. I know that he's got his like laser like shooting out, and yeah, that's fine. I know a lot of people are saying like it's like covered his eye with like flesh or something like that. It's already covered and like over time it's gonna like come out. What I actually think is that in the Midway's version of the game, you did actually have Jax who actually had his arms like just put on. He didn't have his arms like blown up or like taken off or anything like that. It was actually like he wanted bionic implants to be stronger. And I think this is something that is happening with Kano right now, is that he's actually like done this to himself, like to, I don't know, give him like a bit of a leeway, I suppose. Like, at least he's got something. It's going to be interesting because if you look at this clip here, you can see that Kano's eye after like fighting Reptile is like a little bit scratched up, and that is like the first, like the scratches on its eye is actually something that we saw in the poster already. So you were to believe that it's already there. So now we know that he actually gets the like scratches around his eye when he's fighting Reptile. I think what we're looking at is that it's going to be like a little tease throughout the film of, oh, this is how he's going to get it. No, it's not. Kind of like how they done it with Nick Fury in Captain Marvel. There was loads of different ways, like, oh, he's going to lose it now. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Oh, he's, no. And then you find out that it was actually a cat that done it. I don't think Kano's going to lose his eye to a cat, but this is going on to my next theory as to who is actually going to be the guy that does it. And to be completely honest, if you have seen Mortal Kombat Legacy, then you're actually going to be like maybe a bit disappointed, I don't know, but I actually think this is pretty good. But in Mortal Kombat Legacy, you actually had Jax do it to Kano, and I think it's going to be the same situation here, because obviously we know that Jax is actually going to have his arms like blown up by Sub-Zero in this film. We've seen it in the trailer. I just think that going from like what Jax does go through in the NetherRealm version of the game, that like he does get his arms blown off by Ermac, and then like he dies and then like gets resurrected and so on and so forth, and then he also goes through like an emotional roller coaster himself. I think that's what they're doing here. They're kind of like planting the seeds a little bit here, like just being like, it's a traumatic experience of what's happened to him. And I think just from looking at clips like this, like he's just looking at his arms, he's like kind of shocked at like what's happened kind of thing. And if you see this now, like I don't think a lot of people have actually really been talking about this, but in this scene here, like you could see like Raiden's like teleporting the other warriors to, I think they're actually going to like another part of the training ground. This is where you could see like Kung Lao doing like a 540 kick or something towards Cole Young, and like you see like where the Fujin and Raiden statues are. I think that's what they're doing there. They're teleporting from one to the other. But you notice in this scene that Jax isn't there, and I think in this film, like after he has his arms blown up, I think he's gonna have his own like story to be told in the background kind of thing. Like the Earth Realm warriors are going off to compete in Mortal Kombat, but Jax is actually going there to, well, help. Like he knows what the situation is, so he's just going, but he's battling something himself, and I think that's what they're going down the route of, that he is actually going to be you know, he's going to be struggling, and if there is going to be a franchise of sequels, then they can actually explain more, and then in the sequels more things happen to him, and it's like just going to be too much for him kind of thing. So I'm just thinking that he is going to have his own story, and it's at that point, like when Jax actually finds the guys again, I think this is when we actually see Kano actually turn, maybe. I think that's what we're actually looking at here, guys. That I think that's, you know, that's how we're going to actually see Kano actually like get his eye that, you know, there's a point that the Earthrealm Warriors are looking pretty weak, or it might just be Sonya and Cole or something, and I don't know, but like I think this is where it's going to come through, and I would absolutely love it, the dash punch that he normally does, or you could just see it, like even if you look at like his fatal blow in Mortal Kombat 11, like it's just like smashing to the face loads of times. But and then obviously you got it from Legacy that he just punches him, his eye just collapses in. It might just be something like that, like he's had his eye actually just put in there because it's going to help him, but like nothing's actually happened to like his side of the face kind of thing, like, and then like smash, and then oh no, now he actually needs to have a metal plate, and then all of a sudden like boom, like it's there, like, oh my god, there's the Kano that we know and love, what a boy. So yeah, you never know. Obviously not forgetting Sonya Blade as well. One of the things I actually want to say about Sonya is that we haven't actually seen too much of her. Like obviously we have the narration, like her explaining to Cole what's going on, and like a few little clips here and there of her fighting, but everything that she's shown so far is actually like dead on, and I've got to say it, I think I'm going to say something that's actually like a little bit out of terms here, but I actually think at the moment, just from seeing the little clips that we've got, it's actually looking better than Bridget Wilson's like Sonya Blade. I think it's like from everything, from like the energy rings, like I know that in 95's version that she didn't have energy rings, or she didn't have the fire kiss fatality. So like, yeah, like looking at 95, yes, like she is good, like she's absolutely amazing, but then looking to like Jessica Nakmini, like she's looking so good, like yeah, like they've got the energy rings, and no, they don't have like the flip kick thing or the leg grab, but look at all the other things that she's doing at the moment. Like she's literally doing like a 360 dive roll over like a table, grabbing a knife. Well, from what it looks like, it is taken from Kano or thrown up to her at the same time, but she's doing a 360 dive roll. When she's fighting Melina, like she's got the acrobatics there as well, like she looks like she's doing an aerial or a backflip of some kind. Like it's looking really good, like from what we've seen so far of her, and yeah, I just think it's really sick. Obviously looking to see how Sonya and Kano get along in this film, because we see from everything that we've seen from Kano at the moment, he's just hilarious. He is like who he is. Like we've only had 2 lines from him, I think, or 3 lines now.
You fucking beauty.
Oh, hello, sunshine.
Does that mean I'm going to get superpowers at any point?
Every single one, it's just perfection. I think it's just literally Josh Lawson actually doing such a good job. Like, well done, sir. But yeah, that would be interesting to actually see how they actually go around actually working on the same team. But then I think throughout the time, they're like we've seen in the trailer, they're gonna like, you know, be against one another. So it would be interesting to see. But then looking into all the other fun things that we've had, like we've got Jax's ground pound that we're still waiting for. We've got Kano's Kano ball that we're still waiting for. Like, that's just gonna be over time, we're gonna see it. And obviously we've seen the scene from Kano where it's like, so I can get superpowers at any point. Like, it would be sick to see a Kano ball. Like, I'm not the only one that thinks it would be cool, but I think they might probably even leave that for like maybe Melina, like where it's like the ball roll kind of thing. I think it might be a little bit too similar, so I don't know. Like, I'll be happy to see it. I'll be happy if they didn't, but like maybe they're holding off, who knows. But yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. But so far with the fatalities, like we know that we got Kano's like heart rip fatality. We haven't got Sonya's fire kiss fatality, but I think in this one, I don't think that she's going to have that fatality personally, because like it was more of a midway version kind of thing, and then in the adaptation of like the NetherRealms version, we've got the energy rings. So I think it's just going to be like a hit and miss situation, but it's going to be something similar, but not exactly how we know it, because like we're actually looking into the scene from the original trailer. Like, spoilers, anyone that doesn't know this like might want to turn away now. From what I can see, it does actually seem that Lena is going to be a throwaway character, because you can see this whole hole in her stomach, and I don't know like whether they're going to go down the route that she's not the official Melina, she's actually another clone, and like they're just doing like replicas of clones and clones over and over and over again. Who knows? But I hope they're just not going to use her as a throwaway character. I hope they're going to use her for times to come. With that said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. What are your thoughts? Do you think Kano will actually have his eye and also be revealed that he's actually a bad person in this film, or do you think that they'll save it for a sequel? Do you think that they're actually planting the seeds for Jax's story from the NetherRealm version, or do you think they're doing something else? And finally, do you actually think that Jessica McNamee is actually a better version of Sonya Blade than the one that we actually received in '95 by Bridget Wilson? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Also, just to let you aware that we are actually doing a giveaway at the 1,000 subscriber mark for the Mortal Kombat Malibu comic Blood and Thunder issue 1. All you have to do is simply like this video that you're currently watching, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, and once you have done all that, go over to my giveaway video and just simply comment the word done. Once we've got up to that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will be doing a random comment picker to select the winner. I will also leave a link in the description, so best of luck. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Character Select, and I'll catch you for the next one. Peace!